Hi, this is Don Clark of FileMakerProGurus.com and FM Database Consulting, and I'm in Las Vegas at the FileMaker DevCon 2015 convention. And I'm today with Christian Schmidt from Germany, and he's with Monkey Bread Software. And Christian, how are you today?
I'm fine. A little bit tired.
A little bit tired? Have you been having a good time? Yeah, you've been out losing all money? Or no, you okay?
No, it's simply midnight at home.
Okay, is that it? You haven't adjusted. When did you come into town?
Sunday.
Okay, so you're 4 day in, and you're not over the jet lag yet, huh? Okay.
It takes a week to adjust, but then I fly home.
Then you fly home and it all starts over.
Another week to adjust back.
Oh well. So are you having a good time?
Yeah, sure.
Are you learning some neat stuff here?
Oh yeah, a lot of.
Okay.
And I meet a lot of people.
Yeah, that's wonderful. There's a lot of great people in this community. So tell me about Monkey Bread Software.
Well, we make a big FileMaker plugin.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we make plugins for other developer tools like Sodo, and a little bit software consulting here and there.
Okay.
But I'm here for the FileMaker plugin.
Okay. Tell me about the FileMaker plugin.
Well, it's one big plugin
Mm-hmm.
with over 3,000 functions to extend FileMaker and give you new possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the most popular feature is actually the syntax highlighting.
Syntax highlighting.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if you have a calculation dialog and you're missing a bracket, the plugin will highlight the bracket in red.
It does the right one. It doesn't just tell you the whole thing's.
Yeah. It
Oops,
gives you details.
you're missing this, and you go, okay, you put one in, and doesn't fix the problem.
It,
Yeah.
colors different things in quotes, things, function names, variable names differently.
And how many functions did you say it had?
3,200.
3,200.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was that many functions. Possible for a FileMaker to did it.
The plugin is 9 years old.
Okay.
And people are asking constantly about new features.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I have enough to do with all the wishes from the conference.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll bet.
Next year.
So the most popular one is the highlighting, and
so.
what's the second most popular?
Well, that's difficult to say.
Is it?
A lot of people are interested in image editing. People are interested in SQL connection to other databases.
And you probably do like make tables and delete tables as well, not just select.
Well, one is a SQL within FileMaker, like update, insert, select. The other is connecting to different databases like MySQL, Microsoft SQL.
Oh, you have that built into your plugin. Okay,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't need, for example.
I think we now have 12 different targets you can connect to.
Okay, so you could bypass having a driver, or would you still need a driver like?
Yeah, you need the client libraries.
The client. Okay. Okay. But yours is the commands to actually make the stuff happen to it. Okay. All right.
Some people have other databases. They need to go and get some data and well, export data directly.
Okay.
So we provide that without ESS and without any ODBC connection. If you want, we can go directly. Or ODBC. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Well, we have a lot of other features. Web viewer, controlling the web viewer, filling forms there, for example. A lot of PDF features, for example, on the FileMaker server to make a PDF.
You already have that. The FileMaker is going to catch up with you eventually, aren't they?
Eventually, yeah. But still, even if they add a few features there, people still will need more features.
Yes.
Like even if they can create a PDF in FileMaker, they may want to merge it with other PDFs. They want to add maybe a signature, add fields, form fields, maybe compress them to have a smaller file size, whatever.
So do you do anything besides just the FileMaker plug? I mean, you said in the FileMaker arena, do you do FileMaker developing?
No.
Okay. All right. So you
So
strictly do the plug-in, and that's where your monkey bread and butter lies, huh? So had to do that
That's
one.
my
It was a
main
cheap
job.
one. So that's all right. Well, tell me, excuse me. How did you get started? I know you must develop in FileMaker to do all this stuff. You must know about something about it. Do you know how to be a developer?
I make example databases to show people how it works. But in general, I started with 2006. People asking me, well, you make these plugins for, at that time, Real Basic. And could you get this function to FileMaker? And then I started adding functions to a FileMaker plugin.
So you weren't a FileMaker developer to start with, and you just started adding capability to it. That's interesting. I've never heard of that one. Yeah.
FileMaker is a great tool, but I need this function. So we started adding things, and over 9 years we got a lot of visuals and a lot of functions.
That is wonderful. Yeah. So I can't ask you about your favorite FileMaker database, and I can't ask you about how you got started in FileMaker. So how'd you get started in business? What you were doing?
Oh, that was back in school. I started programming, and then I got 1998. I got a copy of Real Basic. Then I started coding. 2 years later, there were the first people who wanted to actually pay me to code for them.
Isn't that nice? Yeah.
Yeah, that was very nice. So I started coding a software for intraocular lenses for an eye surgery clinic.
Okay.
So to calculate which lens to put in the eye.
For like LASIK surgery, or?
No, intraocular lenses.
Oh, okay.
So if your lens is broken, if you are old, and you get a new one. So
you get a new
calculate, so maybe you don't need any classes anymore after that.
Nice. Yeah.
So,
okay.
And that's all it started. So I got the need to make plugins. So I started making plugins for Real Basic, and then I got some customers which use both Real Basic and FileMaker, and I started to say, what's the function? So I started making FileMaker plugins.
Is it just you now, or is there more working with you?
Yeah, well, I'm the main developer, but the company has more employees, but I make the plugin coding.
Okay.
And the plugin is using the C libraries from other people, which have their own company. So we have one for the PDF stuff, one for the SQL stuff, one for the Excel file handling, one for charting, and so.
Okay, so you've got libraries and stuff that you refer to, and how is it a big plugin? Is it? I mean, in terms of the size of the megabytes or whatever.
So the Mac plugin is, I think, 30 megabytes.
That's not too bad, and it doesn't all load when you put it in there, does it? It just
it's just one file, you drag it in.
Yeah, and
people don't care for disk size anymore.
It doesn't make any it doesn't make any difference about how fast FileMaker loads or anything like that.
Things are loaded on demand anyway, so
right, on demand. Exactly.
If you have the plugin in, I think it's just 1 megabyte is in memory normally, and then when you start using more functions, more things are loaded on demand. So,
what do you like to do in your spare time? Or do you have some?
Yeah, I have some. I do have kids.
Oh, so how many?
2.
2 kids?
Boys.
Okay.
And, whenever I have time, we play something like with Legos.
Yeah.
We have small Legos, we have big Legos. We're building.
Are those for you?
No, they are great for building a house where kids actually can go inside.
Oh, okay.
Or have like building a castle with a second story, so you can climb up and
Kids are great. I got 2. Mine are grown, but now I have some granddaughters, so I'm in great shape. I got 3 of those. So.
And then I travel a lot. I think this year I have 10 conferences on my list.
So you sit in a booth a lot, don't you, at a conference? And yeah.
And whenever possible, I try to take the family with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So business is good, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. Sure.
And it's Datamanics dot. I'm sorry, I just messed up. I don't know why I said that. Monkey Bread Software. Is it? What's the actual web address?
Well, monkeybreadsoftware.de.
.de. Okay, it's in Germany, right? Yeah. So some still have .com in their name, and so.
Yeah.
I don't
due to
know.
an accident, we lost that domain 10 years ago.
Oh. Okay. All right. And why that name? Why Monkey Bread?
Well, it was a free name, good to memorize, and actually I had a US partner back then. Who had the name.
Oh, okay.
And then I lost the partner, but kept the name.
Okay. It's always interesting.
You never change it. So.
Well, no, you've got some brand build up. You've been there for a long time. You've had a FileMaker plugin for.
But most people just say MBS anyway. So.
Do they? Okay.
All right. MBS plugin. I hear it all the time.
MBS plugin. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Is there anything you'd like to add about your stay here, or what's going on with are you happy with the direction FileMaker's going? Does it help you?
Sure.
Does it,
FileMaker is very good to plugin developers, because they had a session today where we talked with the engineers who make the plugin SDK. So they are talking about where they're going and
oh, that's a very good thing to know.
They plan to make, so we can adjust and prepare our stuff
before the next version comes out. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's the same for FileMaker 14. My plugin was supporting FileMaker 14, I think, in something like September last year.
Okay.
So about half a year before it was released.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah. Well, that's very nice to hear. Yeah, I'm glad. It seems like FileMaker's looking more forwards to the developers and working with developers to power them so that we can get out there and drive business to FileMaker. You know.
Well, the more people can do with a plugin, the more cases they have to use FileMaker.
Yeah,
actually.
Exactly. Yeah, and so it's good for them too. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Well, I think I'm out of questions. I thank you very much. Don Clark with FM Database Consulting and FileMakerProGurus.com, and with Christian Schmidt of Monkey Bread Software. And thank you very much. And it's monkeybreadsoftware.de.
Yeah.
We want to make sure we get that in there, so it's a good plug and a great plug-in. And thanks very much for coming up today. Sure appreciate it.
Thank you.
Christian, do you have to...
I must be getting tired, man.
You've got an enormous number of plugins. Do you have to get functions, rather? Do you have to get the software with all the functions, or is it available in blocks?
Oh, you should have asked that.
I didn't know about this. Yeah.
We're
still recording. Yeah. He can plug it back in. He can kind of put it in there. So.
Yeah, no problem.
An addendum. So, do you have to buy them all at one time, all the functions, or can you buy them separately?
Yeah, you buy them all together.
Okay.
We used to sell it in different parts, like other plugin developers, but then people would stick to one part and not look on the others and be limiting themselves. So we decided at one point we give everything to everyone for the same price. So everyone can use the plugin and people love it.
And how much is that plugin? I don't know how much that.
Well, it's starting at 149.
Okay, that's reasonable for 3,200 functions, I would think.
And there's a show discount, so we should.
Oh, okay. All right. And it ends tomorrow?
No, early August.
What?
Early August.
Early August. Okay.
You can go home, try the plugin, enjoy it, and if you have
Get caught up.
and if you have a use for it,
yeah,
then you can get the license.
That sounds good. That's great. Thanks. Appreciate that. That's good information. So get on there, people, and try it out. Give it a test drive. So that's what I'm going to do. If I can make it all work. Yeah. I'm going to have too many things to do, I think, when I get back home, you know? So I'm sure you're going to be, that's got to be something going all that distance and being jet lagged both ways. So
the plugin has 350 example databases.
It does?
If you do check 50 a day, it will take a week.
Well, who can't do that? 50 a day.
Me.
At me.
Yeah. If you try 100 functions a day, it's a month of work.
I'd have trouble reading 100 functions and trying to comprehend all of them in a day, but you know what? It's one of the things. You got to work through those lists and see what's available to you.
It's a big toolbox.
Yeah.
If it has the feature you need, you're happy.
Yeah, and you just got to find the one that, you know, go through it and see and say, okay, file that away. I know where I need to go the next time to get that done. So, well, that's great. Thanks very much.
Welcome.
When if you're using the functions within the software, Christian, presumably there's a registration code that you have to load at startup for the client. So when you give it to your client, they have their own copy of a license and their own registration code. Is that right? And that's just loaded in.
You can just call the register function and the startup script.
Yeah.
Or you can call a function to store the registration in the preference file.
Okay.
So it's automatically registered when starting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And it works the same on Windows and Mac, I assume, too. Okay.
So why don't you repeat that question and we'll get the full answer, because I know that audio didn't end up over there.
Okay, so on startup, you have this registered, obviously, it has a serial number and a code, so of some kind or another. Does it start up, you can run it in a startup script, or how do you handle that?
Most people put it in a startup script.
Okay.
Some people put the serial number actually in global fields, somewhere in a table so people can update it. And some people use another function to store the registration code on the preference file of FileMaker, so it automatically registers.
Okay.
And that works on Mac and Windows, and is the easiest thing, I think.
Oh, okay, so it's
But
quite a
don't
few
worry
ways to
about
take care of it.
registration.
Okay, and do you have one other question I just thought of? I mean, do you have like group purchases? You know, you can buy 25 or It's per user
Well, we have
license?
5-seat packs,
Okay.
20-seat, 50-seat, unlimited.
Okay.
We do have, if you're a developer and you have 1,000 clients, you can buy our Developer Pro license and have a flat rate.
Okay, well, good. Then you've got all that covered. That's great. Any other questions you guys can think of? I think we're all set. Thanks again. We sure appreciate you.